funny world.
Let's talk quarterbacks who are actually in the NFL. Because that'll be like, a little more interesting.
That makes more
So
sense.
we got a whole like revolving door or carousel of quarterbacks right now. Because we talk Stafford and A-Rod, and that's about it. That's really all we've talked about quarterback wise, I guess.
Sam Darnold.
But okay, that's somebody. But see, here's the thing. So we got all these teams and all these quarterbacks, and we have no clue who's doing what.
Yeah.
So you got Sam Darnold, Russell Wilson, Kirk Cousins, Justin Fields, Derek Carr. You got Pittsburgh, Vegas, Cleveland, Tennessee, both New Yorks, Minnesota, New Orleans. All right? Now, Pittsburgh, you tell me if I'm wrong. But I truly feel like with all the buzz going around, like all the conversations being had about, if Russ is going to stay, what they're going to do with Fields, is Aaron Rodgers going to go to Pittsburgh? Like they would have publicly vouched for Russ
already.
Like it seems like if Pittsburgh wanted Russell Wilson to truly be their quarterback next year, they would have already came out and said, we want Russell Wilson to be our quarterback next year. Now, if I'm wrong and they did say that, okay. I don't think they've said that.
No. I mean, they said that during the season when it was like a week-to-week type of deal.
When they were like 10 and 3.
Russ is our quarterback going forward.
No. When they were about 10 and 3.
Yes.
And then they were 10 and 4, 10 and 5, 10 and 6, 10 and 7, and things
10
changed
and 7
real quick.
Were they 10 and 3?
They were they were 10 and 3, and you said
I thought they were 10 and 4.
You said 10 and 4? I think they lost their last 4. They lost their last 4. I don't want to go back too far, but they lost their last. They I want to say they lost their last 4. Whatever it was, but keep going on about Pittsburgh. Russell Wilson.
Yeah, but no, yeah, they definitely would have come out. I mean, Pittsburgh does play shit tight to the chest, and they're probably weighing out a lot of options. For me, I think Pittsburgh will stick with Russ if they kind of have to. They don't see a fit with a different quarterback. They're not going with Fields, but Russ to me feels like a B to C option for them.
What about Aaron?
No, yeah, I'm saying that Aaron is an A option if they feel like that's a right fit.
Okay, I mean, I don't think right now Russell Wilson, like I'm leaning more and more towards him not being a Steeler next year. It just, I don't know, as the days go on and the more that, it's like I said, like the more we sit and wait and hear nothing, it's like there's got to be conversations being had behind the scenes.
Yeah, but do you think that, I mean, they're not going to replace him without having a quarterback better than him?
Aaron Rodgers.
But you got to know you're getting A-Rod. You can't say, hey, we aren't sticking with Russ, and then the jury's still out on A-Rod.
How many times have you seen, a report where it's like Pittsburgh Steelers are signing Aaron Rodgers, expected to release Russell Wilson? Or yes. Russell Wilson expected to become free agent. It's like a report like that.
So I expect those to come at the same time.
Yeah, like there'll definitely be a dual report. Now Vegas, I think they're in. I think they could get Russell Wilson. You got Pete Carroll. You got that connection.
Or they could get this guy.
They're also, and when it comes to just odds and like literal Vegas odds, Sam Darnold is actually a favorite to land in Vegas.
Really?
But you're right. They probably they probably are going to end up drafting Shador, which I honestly won't be surprised if they do that.
And I'm going to be honest, unless they make other moves, like say they do pick up a quarterback like Russ or Darnold or whomever, unless they make other moves, it's probably a waste of time picking up those guys. Wasting those guys' time.
So I was just
about to say. So if they're going to struggle with a rookie.
See, but I was just about to say, like, you're gonna be wasting your time with Shador.
Yeah.
And probably waste your time with a Sam or a Russ. But I'm thinking more in terms of we're wasting Pete's time. Like, why
Yes,
even
that is
hire
true.
Pete
Why hire
Carroll
Pete if you're
if
gonna?
we're gonna?
I did forget about the Pete
I
aspect.
mean, I'm
Don't
not gonna
hire a
lie.
guy who's 70 fucking 7 years old.
We're talking about somebody who is going from all I know is being coached by my dad
Yeah.
to Pete Carroll. Who it's not like Pete Carroll's
To
a dick or anything, but it's like
no, but he runs his team.
he runs his team
Well,
and he's no, yeah, I know he runs his team.
but
Bro made Geno
not
Smith
in
look like a
yeah.
baller.
Yes.
I'm just saying. Bro helped Geno get paid. I do see them probably drafting a quarterback though. I'm not gonna lie, because
What
there's
spot are they sitting at? Is it 4?
six,
Okay.
six I believe.
I don't
Now
see
after
Cam
that,
falling that low, but yeah, they'll pick up somebody.
Cam. Now okay, you want to talk Tennessee? Tennessee obviously number one pick. I hope they draft Travis Hunter.
Yes.
If they draft Travis Hunter, this isn't what I want, but it's what I'm expecting.
Mm.
They are probably going to run with Will Levis.
Yes.
Like, I don't care what anybody says. Travis Hunter is going to be a corner.
Well,
They're
he
they're
entered
not.
the combine as a
Mm-hmm.
defensive back.
And if they know they're running with Will Levis, he's definitely not going to start his career as a receiver with Will Levis if he can put his receiver career on pause for a little bit. Since he has that choice, I
But
think
I mean,
he
like
should
we
do that.
said, they can run packages with him. He's still good,
Easily,
but he
easily.
doesn't need to
But
run every snap.
the problem is if you're going to run a package with Travis Hunter, it's like whenever
Trav's out there, it's going on.
like
Or you could run him as a decoy.
I wonder. Yeah, I guess you could. But then it's like, what are we doing? I
Yeah.
don't know. Either
Why do
way,
we have him?
I,
Whatever.
I'm not saying this is the best option or this is the prettiest option, but I do think, especially with them drafting Travis Hunter, I don't think they're in the sweepstakes to get their hands on these other quarterbacks. They're going to be running with Will Levis because they're not going to make a
Unless they're making a crazy push.
They're not going to take a lateral step and go like Derek Carr.
No.
Or let's drop a bag on Kirk.
Whomever.
Like they're not gonna or Sam Darnold. Like I don't think
Daniel
they're gonna
Jones.
be able to get their hands on a Sam Darnold.
You think Daniel Jones will ever have a job again?
I mean, TJ Maxx, McDonald's. There's a lot of places that are hiring. I don't. What do you mean? There's
TJ
so
Maxx.
many. There's.
I'm a fan of TJ Maxx,
Dude,
but
there's always clothes on the floor at TJ Maxx to be picked up. He can easily be walking around picking up clothes at TJ.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone who looks like Daniel Jones working there. I've definitely seen him in. No, you ever been to a TJ Maxx, bro?
Do you see my T-shirts every time we do this episode or do this show? Of course, I go to TJ Maxx. Come on now.
So do I. I've never seen a 6'4".
See, you look like you go to Marshalls. Not gonna lie.
How'd you know?
You look like a Marshalls.
I'm Marshalls over TJ Maxx all day.
Yeah, okay, that's your problem.
No, that's not a problem.
That's a huge problem. TJ Maxx is way better than Marshalls.
It depends.
You don't want to have this debate, bro.
Dude, it fully depends.
You might okay then go to bed.
Now it could be the ones that I go to. I don't go to a ton of different ones, but Marshalls is usually that's where I get my Ford Bronco T-shirt, my white Ford Bronco T-shirt from for $8.
Yeah, did you? I'm pretty sure they're owned by the same company.
No, they're the same.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're the same exact store.
No, they're for real the same company.
Either way,
yeah.
Back to what we were talking about, which is Will Levis, or Mac Jones or Daniel Jones or just a bunch of TJ Maxx employees. Either way,
if we're talking TJ Maxx employees, we're talking.
What are you getting at? Because they
Lovie
definitely
Smith.
look like guys. No, okay, no, you got your TJ Maxx wrong.
Really?
I don't think the stereotypical.
We're talking Jaden Daniels' mom.
That's the stereotypical TJ Maxx worker. Really?
I think so.
I didn't. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think that was the.
I don't think it's tall, lanky white dudes.
I'm thinking nerdy white guy. Like, okay, you're okay. Maybe now I'm not agreeing with you on who I think TJ Maxx employees are because now that I'm thinking about it more, it's more like my experience.
George
is just
Lopez.
like, no, you gotta chill. More like More like just like I don't know, like
My people?
older, slower people that just don't
Yeah,
got much going on. Just
yeah,
boop
yeah. The
boop.
boopers.
It's like
Yeah, yeah.
just not much going on.
Not a lot of personality, you know.
But Daniel Jones, I mean, like a Best Buy maybe. I don't
For
know, like
sure,
that.
Best Buy. This
Maybe
is the
that makes
best
sense.
fucking fridge. And he'll,
But either way, with all that being said,
yeah,
Cleveland is another team that I think probably either goes young or goes journeyman.
yeah. Mm.
Now, that could be Justin Fields. That could be Kirk.
You think the Steelers are gonna deal Justin Fields to a guy? And no, he's a free agent.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I was just
he's
trying
out
to use the
there.
same logic of Miles Garrett.
Myles Garrett is definitely not ending up in the AFC North unless they
Yeah,
have
no, but
a
it would be funny to block um, Justin Fields from playing in your division.
for the
Dude, we don't want
Browns
to see
though.
Justin Fields twice a year.
Yeah, but for Cleveland though, I'd take it.
No, no.
If
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
the
hate that. That's not.
Ravens, if I'm Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Baltimore, I'm like giving them players just to see, like, let's see what they
For
can
real.
do. Let's see.
Yeah, yeah,
Like they're just laughing at them. Like that's probably
yes.
the way they run things. But Cleveland probably because all I'm thinking is it's like you got one of three options: young, at this point a journeyman, which I'm calling like a Derek Carr or Kirk, or you're gonna drop a bag on Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are saying either Vegas.
It's funny that this year we're talking about people dropping a bag on Sam Darnold, and Kirk is now a guy that you're going to pick up for a bag of rocks.
There you go.
I love it. It's awesome.
That's how it works. But they're also experts are predicting a Sam Darnold Jets return.
You know, because it's not a bad fit.
It's not.
I mean, it's coming back to a way better, not way better again, but a better seeming setup. Different GM, different head coach. No Aaron bullshit. Sam Darnold's definitely not running shit on that team. But it's probably going to be bad.
If
still.
I'm the Jets, I know I'm not getting my hands on. I'm not doing anything with any of these rookies, especially from where we're drafting. We're not getting anybody, and we're not drafting a quarterback.
Well, I mean, there's Quinn Ewers is probably going to fall.
But here's the thing. Kind of the same way I said with like Aaron Rodgers. It's like if Sam Darnold goes to the Jets, Aaron Glenn at least has a competent quarterback for a handful of years. Something to build around, an offense, a signal caller that you can at least kind of rely on.
Yeah, build the rest of your team around.
And I feel like they might go that route.
Yeah.
Cam Ward might as well. I mean, he's probably already practicing with Malik Neighbors. I mean, there's no question. I think he's going to the Giants. At this point, I think that's what's going to happen. Now, a team that I think could be a dark horse to get their hands on a quarterback. Saints.
Really?
And Kellen Moore going over there.
You're right.
You got Bro going over there as the head coach. You still got weapons over there. You got Rashid. You got Olave. You got Kamara. You got some dudes.
You got some talent. Yeah.
Now, I don't know if they can get their hands on an Aaron Rodgers.
No.
The other thing is
granted, 2 years ago, who the fuck thought that Aaron was going to be a Jet?
You're right. But is Kellen Moore going to wait? Like, he knows what he's going to get from Derek Carr.
Yeah, no. Kellen Moore should do the same thing that Aaron Glenn did. It's just, no, we're not rocking with Derek Carr.
But is there a chance that Kellen Moore may think that he has the skill to tap that untapped potential in Justin Fields? Like, okay, because Kellen Moore is not, like, no matter who they pick a quarterback, his job is secured. So, it's really a win-win for him. If Justin Fields, to his third team, can't get it done, you know, or if they pull the rug mid-season and throw somebody else in, fucking Spencer Rattler or whatever, they're not going to blame Kellen Moore.
And no, but this could be like a Josh McDaniels situation. where he just gets booted. An OC move into a head coach role and just really not prepared for it. We do have to factor in. I mean, maybe we don't really have to, but Kellen Moore was the OC for Dallas for a little bit. They didn't do shit with Dak. I'm not sure if they should be out here developing. I don't know. I honestly don't hate a Sam Darnold to the Saints. A quarterback that you'll have less expectations with than Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson. But I think they're in a better position to and not have to get a rookie quarterback.
I just don't want to see New Orleans end up with Derek Carr next season.
Yeah. I mean, it'll just be a waste of a season.
But like, I don't be surprised if they try to start fresh with like a Justin Fields.
It could.
Now, and another team that I just want to throw in here, who I don't think is in this conversation of who they're going to pick up because they have somebody. But if I really want to put the pressure on, Colts pick up a Justin Fields.
Yeah.
Colts pick up. Put the pressure on. Get another first-round quarterback in there to compete against Anthony Richardson every single day at practice.
Yeah.
Hey, if we're not afraid to pull you for Joe Flacco, we're definitely not going to be afraid to pull you for Justin Fields, another former first rounder.
I mean, I was concerned when you first said that about his play style and just how maybe that'll bring the best out of it. AR.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like.
But his development needs to come from the pocket.
Sure.
We know he can move. We know he can get out there. Same thing with Justin.
At the end of the day,
I'm not sure that they would push the best parts of their game. I think they would.
Who's they? I mean, obviously, if you're coaching Anthony Richardson, you're going to use his. You're going to use his. What's the word I'm looking for? You're going to lean towards his positive
athleticism.
You're going to use what he's got. I'm saying
yes.
If bro has the athletic ability to be able to escape from the pocket, well, we're going to be able to make sure that you can throw on the run. You know what I mean? It's like we're not.
I don't know if they're going to be able to make sure. They're going to try.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. It's like that's a goal, but we're going to like really, really put the pressure on you by bringing somebody else in who is not Joe Flacco, 39 years old, coming off the couch or whatever. You know, it's like bringing Justin Fields or whoever. But I don't know how sought after Justin Fields is. I think it's going to be a domino effect, kind of like the coaches played out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Justin Fields is going to be on the top of people's list, but I think by the end of what transpires in the market and in the draft, I think he will have a job. I don't know, starting or what or wherever, but
are there teams right now who do you think there's teams right now who know they're not getting Aaron Rodgers and they're not getting Sam Darnold and they're not getting Russell Wilson? So they have Justin Fields written on their whiteboard.
There's a lot of guys with Fields written on their whiteboard. Okay. One team might have Daniel Jones, but there's probably a few with Justin Fields on there.
It might be a little too late for any of them XFL teams to make a last-minute signing. So
I think they take anybody and everybody.
I don't know if they'd take Daniel Jones. That might be a stretch. They might pick Chad Johnson up before they pick Daniel Jones up. I'm not gonna lie.
No, what's his name wanted to come back? T.O. wanted to be a Chief.
T.O. could have went and played in the XFL.
Yeah,
for sure. Which that's really what it should be, like the big three, like Ice Cube's league. Like just have a bunch of old dudes playing football.
Do people still watch the big three, or do they watch that women's tournament? Exactly? They have a women's league. Yeah. way to ask stupid questions, Mikey.
Way to set me up for that one.
I know, sorry.
Thanks. No, I haven't heard of that one. But no, I mean, I think it'd be a lot more interesting than like guys who didn't make it, or and people always talk about like, oh, the Laundry Football League. That was like
That was
15 years ago.
20. They've changed the name of
And
it.
also, like, is it even a thing anymore? Like, I remember it
No,
being a
it's
thing for,
a
like,
different thing.
if
It's not the same.
anything, like they say, the most, like, because eventually flag football is going to be a high school. I mean, we already know it's going to be an Olympic sport,
Yeah,
but it's going to be a high
yeah,
school sport for females. Like, it's going to be a
yes,
girls' sport. Like, girls
yes,
are going to run flag football at some point. So I'm saying, like, why not make a professional football league? Just throw T.O. out there, throw
yeah.
Chad Johnson out there, fucking dude, Eli
Brett
Manning
Favre.
out there. I was about to say Brett Favre, but like,
I
let's
know.
stay away
No,
from.
Brett
Let's
Favre
say,
and a pair of Wranglers.
or all the canceled players, or like,
Oh, a canceled NFL
like
league.
Deshaun Watson. Like, it's like
I was gonna say a bad one,
It's
but
like
I'm not going to.
purgatory. We're not bringing him up.
It was a
Purgatory.
different one. Sorry.
Like it's like a NFL
Yeah,
purgatory type.
or like an NFL Dancing with the Stars.
You're
I
losing
don't know. It's
me.
just a bunch of washed losers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm back. I've arrived. All right.
Yeah.
But beside everything we've said, we know what Minnesota's doing with J.J. McCarthy. They're obviously rocking out with him. I don't think they're keeping Sam Darnold. I'm not gonna lie.
No.
So all these teams in my NFL, I think Shador gets drafted to the Raiders, and then I think Cam to the Giants.
Yeah.
Which leaves Russ up for either a return to Pittsburgh. Either leaves a return to Pittsburgh for Russ, or I say look, New Orleans is an option for some of these guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to be surprised. I'm going to say New Orleans or return to Pittsburgh for Russ.
Okay.
I'm going to go, if we're looking at Jets, I'm going to say, out of all the people we have left, we're looking Darnold, Fields, Kurt Carr. I think they're going to try their best to get Darnold.
Yes.
I think they're going to try their best to get a Darnold return. Because, I mean, I don't think it's like Darnold can't be mad. It's like, damn, y'all got rid of me when I played like shit.
Yeah.
Now y'all want me when I'm good. It's like, it's like how,
yes,
that's
you're
how
better.
this works.
But
like,
at the same time, they could be getting the facade of the Minnesota Vikings, but and how good they make, or how decent. Too.
But like if Chase Young had went and like figured it out in a couple years,
he'll never
down the
figure
line.
it out.
No, but I'm saying had he like went and figured it out.
Yeah.
And then like, we're at a year like now where Washington needs some presence. And like all of a sudden, he's not mad at Washington because he played like shit. Washington can't be mad at him because we were a shitty organization.
We were shit. Yes.
Now we're trying to get better. You're better. Let's lock in. I think Sam Darnold might be on the Jets next year. And then that leaves Kark. Jesus Christ.
What were you thinking of there, dude?
Carr, Kirk, and Fields. That leaves Carr. No, it leaves Carr, Kirk, and Fields. And I'm gonna say Cleveland ends up picking up one of those guys. And if Derek Carr doesn't stay in New Orleans, which a lot of people think he will for some reason, and if he does, then fuck it. Kellen Moore doesn't deserve to be a head coach. Derek Carr to Cleveland?
I hate the way that sounds. I hate the way it sounds, but I think it's an opportunity for Derek to gain some credibility back if he can do anything with this team. Because, it was pretty sad watching him play in New Orleans for the past few years.
Does Kirk go to New Orleans?
No.
Does Kirk? Then where does that kind of leaves
Kirk?
No,
I think Kirk still has some hope left. Are the Atlanta Falcons fully out on him?
Falcons plan on, I believe, the most recent reports I've seen is they plan on dumping, bro.
Now, do you think Kirk is an upgrade over Russ?
No.
Okay.
I don't think I think it's...
New Orleans is weird to me, though, for him. It's in the division. I don't know who's taking on his contract or if they're restructuring or whatever, but...
it's not a lateral step, but it's not like a vertical step. It's kind of like walking up a ramp that's really like a really small incline.
Yeah, it's just a
Like
long,
if you were to go
long.
from like Kirk to Russ, I feel like maybe like that would be what it was. Like I don't think it's I don't know going from Russ
Yeah,
to Kirk. It's like either way, it's
no,
like
you're
you're
still gonna hit. You're still gonna get
um.
10 wins and
But I
stuff.
don't know. That's the thing. There's so many options that I think with Aaron Rodgers and shit, we don't know what's going on with Matt Stafford,
Oh
and
yeah,
I think what Pittsburgh does is going to
hell, Tom
decide.
Brady's still got a shot to come back. So
I think the draft. No, I think the draft is gonna. The draft is obviously gonna knock two teams out of this, or
or more.
it's
Well,
or it's gonna tell us, hey, maybe Sam Darnold or Russell Wilson is gonna be a Raider if they end up passing up on
yeah,
Shador Sanders. I think that whatever Pittsburgh does is obviously if they rock with Rodgers, then we got all right. What is Russ and Justin Fields doing? And then Sam Darnold. I have no clue. I have no clue where Sam Darnold's going, and I really hope New Orleans tries to make some type of upgrade. But there's
I think they will. I mean, I would, I would figure that they were completely up on Derek Carr. I thought they would have been last year.
mm,
Um, so yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Sam Darnold's the right answer for them, depending on money and certain things, but it's definitely a step up.
yeah. I mean, maybe just a healthy quarterback that's gonna play a little
A
bit
healthy
better. I
quarterback
mean,
who's not running into his 40s.
yeah, I guess that'll work. That'll work maybe. All right, Devin.